Good night. Hey, everyone, doing tonight? God is good and God is good all the time. My name is Irma Jess Bridges Divine. Here to give you a little shout news on tonight. First, we're gonna start with Slidell. They're coming up with a new $2 surcharge. It's making on Slidell utility bill. Now the city said the surcharge is based on the cost of the diesel and may vary each month. So it may go up each month. You know, the maximum is $2. So you're paying $2 in every month, depending on the cost. It will vary and go up. $2 fuel surcharge to water and to your water and sewer bill starting in September, according to the statement on the city. And so they're gonna be going up on their surcharge $2, and it may not be $2 all the time because it will be constantly going up, depending on the cost. They made this agreement between the city and the waste disposal. One, we are dealing with inflation. Gas is already high, and Slidell going up $2 surcharge your utility bill and your water bill. It will appear on your water bill also. Starting in September. And also they based on the cost and it will may value each month. So I request that $2 surcharge do not come to pass. And two, I request that there will be no $2 surcharge appear on any one bill. Because it's like everybody just everything is just going up. They're coming up with this and coming up with that. And everything is so high right now. Paying for high gas, you know, and then you also got the gas on your electrical bill. It's gone up, So it's just too much for right now. I request that you put a hold on that, for $2 surcharge. That it do not come to pass and it do not appear on anyone um bill. So that's like that. Coming up with $2 surcharge and that request for us to be canceled. So now we're gonna talk about the unsolved missing person that I saw last week. His name was Austin Tice. He was a journalist and he disappeared um August the 14th, 2012. So that been about 10 years ago. So while he reported on Sarin Civil War, making him one of the largest held American hunters. I have I have saw the problem of what happened to him. I will not get the details, but it's the parents and anyone in the family can contact me. My email will be down below and also my contact number. If you need to call me for any more information and details. So we're gonna talk about the school bus. I talked about the school bus 2 days ago. Um, Now we have the school bus had left a child on the bus. So the child left on a hot bus in the spring found in a parking lot. So near 1 hour he was on that bus. So he was asleep. So when he woke up, he realized everybody's gone and he's still on the bus. He climbed out one of those window and he did hurt his head a little bit. So the child climbed out the window and hit his head a little bit, and he ran for help and he remembered his mom number and called her. So that's a good thing. He remembered his mom number. So make sure your child know the parents or anybody in the family number because that's a good thing that he know. Make sure your children know your phone number. Make sure they memorize their phone number or either write it in their tablet or something. If they can't remember, write it down in their tablet. So when a situation like that, in a situation occur, they'll remember the mom number or look in their tablet and get the number and call for help. You know, so two, I request that cameras are being placed in these school buses. You know, and I talked about that also 2 days ago. That a parent came up with a alert camera where when she at work, she can still monitor, you know, to her child while she's at work. You know, so I think that was a good idea too. You know, so I'm trying to see. So that she came up, I was looking for the app. She came up with the app ZUM app, and that's to alert them when the children is on the school bus. You know, and when that child get on that school bus, it automatically get a profile of the bus driver. You know, and she also can track the child while he on the bus. So I think that'd be a good idea also for the parents to get. You know, and so I had requests for cameras to be on the bus. So that's another good idea. You know, so also the parents came up with an app. And, you know, so I think that'd be a good idea to have the cameras, and also you can get the tracking app that the parent had represent. You know, so two. Three, there are children that have to be careful. You know, so when these bus drivers apply for these jobs, they have to realize you driving kids on this bus, and these kids, you know, have to be careful. You know, and four, when these bus drivers apply for these jobs, they have to. That's what they say. They have to realize they're driving kids. You know, and they're driving kids, and also these bus drivers have to proceed a head count. They have to see a head count. They can't just get off the bus when they check out and just go home, and don't do a head count or check the bus before they leave. That way he could have realized a child was still on the bus. You know, so all these bus drivers, you know, make sure you do a head count. Make sure how many children is getting on that bus. And before you check out, you know, you make sure you look through that bus. You know, do a head count and make sure you look through that bus and make sure no child is on that bus. You know, so that way you won't be leaving no child behind. You know, if you do a head count and make sure before you check out all these buses, you have to check that bus, you know, before you leave. You know, and you'll realize that you still have a child that's on that bus. You know, so we talked about Slidell. Slidell tried to is getting charging an extra $2 surcharge, you know, to be placed on everyone bill. You know, and it depend on what the cost of the diesel is. You know, the price will vary. You know, so every month. You know, so the price will be going up every month. You know, and we already dealing with so much stuff that's going up. You know, with gas. You know, and also you're dealing with everything's going up. Food is going up. You know, supplies is going up. You know, your gas on your bill is going up. You know, so you have so many things is going up. You know, so and then they're not on it, just charging you the $2. It gonna vary every month. So you're not gonna be just only paying $2. Who knows how much you'll be paying for that bill? How you know it gonna be constantly going up? They say. You know, so I had requests for the $2 surcharge that do not come to pass. I request that that the $2 surcharge do not appear on anyone bill. You know, so we also talked about unsolved missing that I did solve. Uh, that unmissing person that been missing for like 10 years. You know, he a journalist and he been gone ever since. You know, ever since 2012. I mean, yeah, he been gone for a long time. You know, he been gone since 2012. Been gone since 2012, and it been 19 years. And I had told the family, they can't contact me by email or my contact number will be down below. So we just talk about this bus driver. He did not check the bus before he checked out, and he didn't realize he left a child on the bus, and the child was asleep. So when the child woke up, he realized that no one else was on the bus. He checked all the windows to see how he can get out when he got out the bus. And he remembered his mom number and called his mom for help to let him know that he was still on the bus. And the mom they came to pick him up. And I had requested these bus drivers, before you check off from work, you have to do a head count and plus check the bus. Check the bus and make sure all the children is off the bus. So this incident won't happen again. So you have to remember that you have to care for these kids because they're under your care once they get on that bus. Once they get on the bus, they're in your care. And these bus drivers have to do a head count. You also have to check the bus before you leave to make sure no child is on that bus. So that's all the show news I have for you today. So please have a nice day, and I see you on the next video.